Well, I've always been involved with Ducky doing the junior section for quite a few years, and then obviously 3 years ago I was approached by the club to do sort of a development squad because we had a lot of good juniors coming through the ranks at Ducky. So we sort of put the development squad together, and we also sort of went in the open age in the Manchester League, which is quite a good level of football. We had a lot of sort of 17, 18-year-olds who sort of went straight into man's football, playing against some big lads, but they caught really well. So now we've decided as a club to go to our next level and go into sort of the North West Youth Alliance League under 21s and take the juniors to the next level, which will put us sort of competing against sort of your local big semi-pro clubs, like your Kerrs and Ashtons, your Stalybid Celtics, your Avros, your Abbey Ayres and stuff like that. So for sort of the size of Club Ducky Town, it's a really sort of good moment to get to that stage.
Yeah, and you talk about the size of Dukinfield Town Football Club. Do you think this has been a long time coming? Do you think this should have been done years ago? I mean, what stopped the club from actually making this step up?
Yeah, possibly. Within sort of the club for Ducky Town, we don't have much surplus money to go with paying coaches and stuff, so it's done on sort of volunteers. So there's some good coaches now at Ducky involved in the adult section that we can take it to this next level.
So you said you're going to be competing against some of the semi-pro sides like Abbey Ayres, Avro. What is the club's long-term aim then? For a lot of these clubs, they're happy to sit where they are in that kind of level of football. What are Ducky's ultimate ambitions, would you say?
Yeah, our long-term goal is to sort of get the club to semi-pro status, which obviously the costs involved are a lot more than the standard we're at. For one, we need floodlights, etc. So, if we can pull some good sponsors through, and we've got the youth section that can back it up now with the sort of the first team, the reserves, the development squad that'll be playing Saturdays, and the next stage is to take our under-21s into the North West Youth Development League, which will be a really good step up for the club.
So roughly speaking, financially, how much does it cost to run a club like Dukinfield Town, say just for one age level, a season that is?
For one age level, sort of, the first team, say at Ducky, obviously you've got linesmen, you've got linesmen, you've got referees, you've got running costs. But to run sort of the first team at the club, you're probably looking at around £6,000-7,000 a season just to run the first team.
Yeah, a lot of money that, and I mean, if you do want to make this step up, a lot of these semi-professional clubs have pretty, the decent grounds, it has to be said. I mean, what's Ducky's current situation with their ground? The last time I spoke to Adam, they were competing next to iTrain, is that right, in Ducky?
Yeah, we sort of, we have the main ground that's at Woodhams Park. We obviously have our own clubhouse with the bar and everything, which we're hoping to get the bar a lot busier. We've struggled through COVID because we've not been in a position where we can get people into the clubhouse that are spending money which will help the club. So it's been a tough sort of couple of years through COVID. Obviously the club with people involved has been strong enough to sort of stand it, and obviously we're ready to go again now once sort of COVID can do, you know what I mean? So, the drinks at the club are not expensive. We do get a lot of people watching the first team on a Saturday, which is a great day because you can have a couple of beers, watch a game of football, which is free of charge. We don't charge to get in to watch the game. And at the end of the day, we are sort of one standard down from sort of semi-pro status in the Manchester League.
Yeah, and I mean, COVID's had a massive detrimental impact on a lot of clubs, even some of the bigger clubs. I mean, for yourself, in terms of recruiting numbers, has it had an impact, or have you found that lads still want to get out and play despite the disruption?
With lads want to sort of get out and get playing. We've got some good players at the club. We've got some very good, I'd say an under-21s side that we'll be putting together ready to compete against sort of the so-called bigger clubs at our level, which is really has been the last 3 or 4 years, which is sort of instrumental behind sort of is allowing us to get to this under-21s level in this Youth Development League against, your sort of Stalybid Celtics, your Abbey Ayres and your Avros, which around here are sort of classed as, the big football clubs, if that makes sense, away from your professional clubs.
Yeah, and if anyone's listening to this and they're not currently signed up to a club, what days do Ducky train on, and are you willing to take on more members?
Yeah, we're always looking for sort of good quality players who've experienced sort of decent level of football, 17, 18, 16-year-olds, ready to come through, ready for the Under-21s Development League. We will be holding a trial. That date is just waiting to be sort of confirmed. But our usually training nights through pre-season will be Tuesday and Thursdays. Tuesday night will obviously be at Ducky Town on the main pitch, and Thursdays will obviously be at Astley on the brand new 4G pitch up there.